Good morning students. Today our topic is acceptance angle and numerical aperture. Before this lecture, yesterday we studied the introduction of optical fiber, working principle, construction and the material used for their manufacturing. If you remembered, in the construction we have studied the cross-sectional view of optical fiber that consists of three regions. The central region is known as core, and the region which surround that is known as cladding, and the outer region sheath which provide protection, and the light is propagated through core region, and for this the refractive index of core is higher as compared to the other regions. Today, acceptance angle. First of all, what is acceptance angle? Acceptance angle is the maximum angle made by incident light with the axis of the core at which it accepts that light from the outside of the fiber. Here in the diagram, the yellow region जो आप देख रहे हैं ये कोर है, और इसके बाहर जो दूसरे कलर का रीजन है वो क्लैड. A light ray A coming from a source is incident on the axis which make an angle theta max with that axis of the fiber and entered into the core region, goes toward core clad region, interface, and suffer total internal reflection there. But the condition for that total internal reflection at that interface, phi is greater than or equal to that theta c for total internal reflection. When this ray of light suffer total internal reflection, then it goes toward the other end. If the angle of incidence at which this ray is incident on the core region is greater than theta max, here shown by red color ray V, this angle made by this ray V is greater as compared to theta max, then we have seen here after suffering refraction, when it reached that interface, it is lost by radiation because it entered into the clad, not suffer total internal reflection, and lost there. So here we seen that the core region accept light from all the directions, but there is a maximum angle that is known as acceptance angle, and this acceptance angle both sides of the axis that form a cone here. This is the cone, twice of the angle of acceptance, and this is known as a acceptance cone. Mean this is the cone as which the core region accept light from outside. If the angle become greater, then there is loss of light and no light is transmitted. So now acceptance cone is the cone in which the light incident at acceptance angle or less than the acceptance angle, and then the light can propagate through the fiber after suffering total internal reflection. Now come to the numerical aperture. Numerical aperture is the measure of the ability of an optical fiber to collect or confine the incident ray inside it. It is the most basic property of the optical fiber, abbreviated by capital letter Na, and a dimensionless quantity, that is dimensionless mean a number. No unit is there, no unit assigned to that number, single number is there. Mathematically, numerical aperture is defined as sine of angle of acceptance. that is maximum value of angle of acceptance be studied here, that is IM. The numerical aperture is equal to sine of IM. Now the expression for numerical aperture of an optical fiber. For the derivation of numerical aperture expression, we consider an optical fiber having a core of refractive index N1 and cladding of refractive index N2. Condition: N1 is greater than N2. N1 means refractive index of core greater than cladding. The light is incident at an angle I with the axis of core. Here in the diagram everything is shown. A centered line, that is axis, a light incident ray, that is incident from the outside, entered in the fiber at point A. The refractive index outside the fiber N0, that is refractive index of air, because the medium outside the fiber is air, and the value of N0 in air is equal to 1. So now you have seen here when light strike at point A, entered in the core region, suffer refraction. This axis that act as a normal, incident ray make an angle I with the normal and refracted at R. So now you have to see here that bends toward the normal, because when light coming from rarer medium goes to the denser, it suffer refraction and bends toward the normal. But when it reached that interface of core and cladding, now when it entered into the core is a denser medium as compared to the clad act as a rarer medium. So at B it suffer total internal reflection if the condition the angle of incidence is greater than the critical angle is satisfied. Then it suffer total internal reflection, goes in the downward direction, reached at the interface, again suffer multiple reflections upward and downward, and goes toward the end. So now the light is entered into the core region from point A, that is A is the entering point. If we apply Snell's law, all of you very familiar with the Snell's law of optics, that is related to the refraction. According to this law, the ratio of the sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction is equal to ratio of the refractive indices of the two media. How we take the ratio? That is, first we take the refractive index of the medium in which light entered to the refractive index of the medium from which light is coming. So here light is coming from rarer medium and entered into the denser, so N1 upon N0. By cross multiplication, N0 sine of I is equal to N1 sine of R. This is our equation number 1. And if we see this entrance point A, so now there is a formation of a right angle triangle. This is a point A, that is a point B, that is a point C. This C point that we get, that is a normal that reached at the axis. So normal that make an angle, that is 90 degree. This angle A, that is R refracted angle, and this angle B is phi. So now in this right angle triangle ACV, one of the angle, that is C, we know 90 degree, and the sum of these three angles is 180 degree. If we want to find out the angle of refraction R, that is equal to 90 minus phi. So now if we substitute the value of R in equation number 1, N0 sine of phi is equal to N1 sine of 90 minus phi, and we know sine 90 minus theta, that is cos theta. Here theta is phi, so we get N0 sine of phi is equal to N1 sine cos of phi, equation number 2. Refractive index of air, that is value is 1. Now when this ray suffer total internal reflection and goes toward the interface, if angle that become equal to critical angle R is 90 degree. Again we apply Snell's law at point B. Come to the diagram again at this point B. If we apply Snell's law, so then angle of incidence is phi. Then according to Snell's law, sine of phi upon B, here consider the angle of refraction that is equal to theta r. We are considering here that is the ray beside suffering total internal reflection that is entered into the clad region. So according to Snell's law, sine of phi upon sine of theta r that is equal to refractive index ratio that is n2 upon n1. That is the Snell's law at point B. Come to the equation. Sine of phi upon sine of theta r is equal to n2 upon n1. Now we apply the condition here. When angle of incidence is maximum, then phi that become equal to a critical angle, and at critical angle this angle of refraction is 90 degree. So our equation that becomes sine of phi c upon sine 90 degree. We substitute the value of theta r n2 upon n1. Sine 90 degree we know is equal to 1. So sine phi we get n2 upon n1, equation number 3. So now when I increases, angle of incidence increases, the angle of reflection increases. But at the same time phi decreases. Therefore there is a maximum value of angle of incidence beyond which it does not propagate, rather it is reflected into the cladding. So numerical aperture, mathematically we already defined, is equal to n naught sine of IM mean angle of acceptance, n naught having a value 1. That is equal to n1 cos of phi c. So now if we substitute the value of cos of phi c, because we know sine square theta plus cos theta is equal to 1. From this identity we get cos square theta is equal to 1 minus sine square theta, and cos theta is equal to 1 minus sine square theta whole under root. But here instead of theta we have a phi. So we get 1 minus sine square phi c. And we have a value of this sine of phi c. We already derive it by Snell's law. Sine of phi c is equal to n2 upon n1. So numerical aperture is equal to n1 into 1 minus n2 square upon n1 square. When we take the LCM, then n1 square is the LCM. Then here we get n1 square minus n2 square upon n1 square and whole under root. When we take the under root of n1 square, then square and root cancel out and we get in the denominator n1, and from that n1 this n1 cancelled out and we get the numerical aperture of the fiber is n1 square minus n2 square. That is the formula for calculation of numerical aperture of an optical fiber. Higher the value of IM or numerical aperture, more is the light collected for propagation in the fiber. Mean numerical aperture tells us about the light gathering capacity. If numerical aperture is larger, then the core region of optical fiber that gather more light, mean the signal transmitted with the help of that core region of optical fiber is larger. This is our today's lecture. Thank you.